Testing, testing, testing. Here we go. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Just testing the mics real quick. Testing, 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 testing. Mics real quick. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Perfect.
How you doing? Ventura County Bucks Baseball is on the air, brought to you by The Answers Yes and by WFG Insurance. Welcome to Biola University, along with Crash Collier. I'm Lou Stowers, and the second pitch of the ball game is low for Riker Billingsley.
Yeah, Billingsley had a pretty good game his first time. Started back out in center for game 2 here. Let's see what he does.
All right, and ball 3 now. And who is the starting pitcher for the OC Juice today?
Evan Zetsati, yes.
Okay, a right-hander.
Yes, right-hander. First time we've seen him.
Foul back 1-1. And Crash, what about the first game? I know this is the nightcap of a doubleheader.
Well, Lou, that first game, it was Ventura got the first run, then the Juice rallied, took a 5-1 lead. Bucks closed at 5-4, but had a pretty disastrous 8th in which the Juice scored 6, and that would remain the final score, and we'd get a final score of 11-4.
And a check swing and a strike called, so it's 3-2 now to Riker Billingsley. He'll be followed by Will Matuzak and Jarrett Segura. Then Hudson Story. Actually, that's strike 3. So a strike, we're going to call that a swinging strike. And it's 1 down. 1 down, that'll bring up Will Matuzak. How did Will do in the first game? Did he play?
He played. He batted second at short. Did okay.
Little slider in for a strike. Next slider took something off of that, and that's low and away. 90 degrees here in La Mirada, right in the center of things at Biola University. A beautiful little stadium, and this next pitch is sent high in the air into center field, and it's put away.
so 2 down. And that'll bring up Hunter Boylan. Check that.
It's Jarrett Segura. Yes, Segura had a pretty rough first game all around, both offensively and defensively. And he struggled last night too. Defensively, he's committed numerous errors. I think it's on defense, and then struggled offensively, didn't get on base at all.
This is grounded up the middle and stopped by the second baseman, but it'll still be an infield hit for Jarrett Segura.
That is just what Segura needed, Lou. He's had a pretty rough couple of days, so to just see him get a hit like that, it's got to feel good for him.
Oh, absolutely. Any base hit. At that point, if you're in a slump, even if you get hit by a pitch, that's a plus.
Yeah, I mean, getting on base is as good. Walking or getting hit is good as single in terms of getting on base.
Runner goes, and the pitch is on the third base side, and just barely out. At second base on the stolen base attempt is Jarrett Segura. So 2-4, and that was a good handle by the catcher there to get the throw over to the shortstop side, and then a better tag by the shortstop. And Segura is the third out, 2-4. No runs on a hit and nobody left. And we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. The Bucks did not score against the Juice, and the Juice come up. Trainer.
John Trainer.
Okay, John Trainer. You're listening to the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel and watching us. Well, at least we got the headphones going.
Yeah, I tested them both right before.
Thanks. See, we don't have the Pirates don't have the headphones. Alex hasn't figured that out yet.
Oh, what happened there?
What there? What?
With the headphones?
He just hasn't figured it out yet. He hasn't taken the time to do it. Cool's last name is.
That's cool. Millar Cool.
Millar. And then Trainer's first name again?
John.
Is he on here? Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't have their line. Oh, yes, I do. You gave it to me, but I don't have any first names. Bernal.
Chase Bernal.
Who's the second batter? Who's the third batter, please?
Jaden St. Cyr.
And then third batter?
Mario Catalan.
Cavalon?
Yes.
Catalan, okay. Back here at Biola University, along with Crash Collier and Katana Stewart, I'm Lou Stowers. Bottom of the first inning, John Trainer will get his first look at the first three batters for the OC Juice. Chase Bernal, Jaden St. Cyr, and Mario Catalan. First pitch is a slider, and then gets the corner, actually right over the middle, and that's in for strike one.
Yeah, John Trainer did actually play in the field at second base and led off, but just pitching for the second game.
Well, that's an interesting story.
And actually, although some more trivia at you now, Lou, Hunter Boylan was the pitched 3 innings in the last game, and now he's the DH for the Bucks.
All right. Another slider, and it's 1-2. Calling balls and strikes today is Andrew Thomas. And out on the bases, it's Aaron Parker. Here comes the 1-2. Fast, oh, that curveball, and that's low. But that was a nice curveball. Just a tight spiral, tight curveball there. Just missed the corner.
Yeah, John Trainer's definitely been interesting. I always find it interesting to watch these two-way guys who are at this level still. Though some of them have had some struggles on the mound. So, see how Trainer does today.
Fastball on the outside corner. Pretty much the same spot, but a little higher, and that's fouled back. That one was just too nice to lay off of for Bernal. Just leading things off here in the bottom of the first inning. So it's 2-2. Low. 3-2. Full count, infield and outfield straight away for Bernal. Inside part of the plate, and that's whacked into right field for a leadoff base hit.
Good piece of hitting there from Bernal. Found the gap and led to the hit. But fortunately, there is still double play opportunity.
And that's how they being the Buccaneers will set up. You're going to hear me say the Pirates probably quite a bit today.
I'm pretty sure I've made the same mistake with both teams. As you know, Lou, I've covered both teams pretty extensively. Split my time. I think this is your first game covering the Bucs, right?
The privilege is all mine. The honor is all mine.
Honored to work with you.
And you, and Katana. This is the first Bucs game that I've seen. Well, besides the ones at LA Valley College, but in preparation for the Pirates games. And last year, the Buccaneers played their home games in Long Beach. This is line drive into right field, and a nice catch by Jacob Gaudino. And one down on the line drive out, and staying at first base is Chase Bernal. Why don't we introduce you to the Buccaneers in the outfield? Eddie Perez is in left field. Riker Billingsley is in center. Jacob Gaudino is in right field. And from third to first, Jarrett Segura at third. Will Matuzak is at shortstop. Pitches low slider to Mario Catalon. 1-0. Andrew Cuevas is at second base. And Hudson Story is at first.
Of course, don't forget about Sean Parkinson behind the plate doing the catching.
I was just getting to him.
Whoops.
That's all right.
Yeah.
This one's grounded foul in front of the bag, and Jarrett Segura fields it.
And it's
the 1-1.
And interesting about this lineup, too, as you were going through the defense. 3 of the players on defense are two-way players. They're just doing one or the other. John Trainer's just pitching, and Andrew Cuevas pitched last game, as did Jacob Gaudino, and then Hunter Boylan is the DH, as I mentioned earlier.
Okay. Runner at first, and this one's hit inside out as the pitch is on the inside part of the plate. And it's 1-2 to Catalon. Grounded on a hop to second base, and it was a hot shot, and nothing to it. As a matter of fact, it's thrown away by Andrew Cuevas, and 2 errors on the play for Andrew Cuevas.
Poor decision there to just not hold on to the ball when the play was pretty all but lost there after he bobbled it.
So now 2 runners in scoring position for the catcher Willison.
Two runners in scoring position and only 1 out. So not a great start defensively. And that has been something that has been plaguing this team kind of throughout the season.
This one's hit high and deep into left field, and this one is gone. A home run, a 3-run home run over Eddie Perez, and the OC Juice get out to an early 3-0 lead. And what is Mr. Willison's first name?
Luke Willison.
So Luke Willison with a big 3-run home run. And so the Orange County Juice cash in on both mistakes, both miscues. And so now the Bucks just have to shake it off and get back to work. This one is grounded to shortstop, picked up by Matuzak, throws on to first, and now there's 2 down. 6-3 on the putout.
Tuzak been one of the guys definitely today who hasn't had many defensive struggles, or even in just the last week or so since while the Pirates were out of town.
And we can talk about some of those out-of-town antics, as it was a lot of fun in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yes,
at least off the field.
On the field, I was following the scores a bit. Didn't look quite as fun.
Here comes Mr. Pacheco, the 6th man in the batting order. Actually, this is number 10. Pacheco. See, we're afforded last names. At least we got those and their numbers.
This is Isaiah Pacheco, by the way.
Thank you. Much appreciated. The shortstop. Curve, well, that's a slider, and that's in for a strike.
Good pitch there, definitely by Trainer. And he seems to have just calmly shaken off the home run. I'm just trying to get back to work now.
Just got to wash it down. Nice slider, swung on a miss, and that's strike 3. So 3 runs on a hit, actually 2 hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the top of the 2nd inning with the Juice 3-0 over the Bucks on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Back at Biola University, top of the 2nd inning, and the Bucks have some work to do. Down 3-0. Sweeper does not find the strike zone, and it's 1-0 to Hudson Story. It'll be Story, Hunter Boylan, and Sean Parkinson to face the pitcher for the OC Juice.
Bucks going up against Evan Zisati for the Juice.
Ground ball to second, picked up by the 2nd baseman and thrown out. So 1 down, 4-3 on the putout. Tafola, the 2nd baseman. So that'll bring up Hunter Boylan, the designated hitter. Zisada pitching out of the stretch. And it's 2-0 to Hunter Boylan. Buccaneers dressed in their camouflage uniform tops, fouled at the plate, 2-1, with their gray pants and black socks. Hunter Boylan has a shiny silver helmet adorned on his head, on the outside corner, but low. So now it's, I believe it's 3-2.
It's 2-2 actually.
2-2. Okay.
Thomas just confirmed it.
Ground ball pulled to second again, and got a nice big hop off the cut of the grass, and 4-3 on the put out again. Tofola to Sheridan.
Tofola definitely keeping bit. Bucks definitely keeping Tofola a little busy over at second.
Maybe they'll wear him out.
Yeah, wouldn't be opposed to that at all.
That'll bring up the catcher, Sean Parkinson. Slider, and that catches the corner for a strike on the inside corner. So have two pitchers that rely on their sliders. It looks like Zisadi also has a cutter in there as well. Fastball, and that's popped up on the infield. Zisadi says he has it, and the infielders trust him enough to let him take it himself. So 1-2-3 go the Buccaneers in the top of the second inning. Nobody left, no runs, no hits, and we'll go to the bottom of the second with the Juice leading the Bucks 3-0 on the Ventura County Buccaneers YouTube channel. Bottom of the second we go. Daniel Rios and Hudson LaBarbera, followed by the top of the order and Chase Bernal to face John Trainer in his second inning of work. Breaking ball, and that's in for a strike. That one was a fastball that tailed in from the outside part of the plate back over the outside corner. That was a nice pitch by Trainer. Followed it up pretty much the same spot. Didn't have as much break to it. But 0-2.
Good job of John Trainer there explaining that part of the strike zone that hitters aren't generally comfortable with. If you can just lean on that spot a lot, you can get a lot of called strikes and have pitches go in have calls go your way.
Slider outside. And it's 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and down goes Rios, and a good bit of pitching there by Trainer with his first strikeout. That'll bring up Hudson LaBarbera.
He's the third baseman today.
That's right. All I had to do was look over on one other piece of paper. Did get a lot of sleep, that's for sure.
Oh, in Alaska?
No, not in Alaska.
Oh.
Yesterday.
Oh.
I think that was
Oh.
that was a recovery day.
Oh. Wasn't sure if you said did or didn't, my bad. I'm guessing must have been a little tricky sleeping up there with virtually no night.
Pretty much. Only 3 hours of alleged sundown.
That sounds like the Alaska I've heard about. I've teacher at my middle school grew up in Alaska, so I've heard some stories.
So LaBarbera's count is 1-1. His Trainer trying to use that fastball that cuts back in. Kind of the same thing, but was a little low, more over the plate, but just low, and it's 2-1 now to LaBarbera. So Trainer trying to find his strike zone, and gets Hudson to swing at a high fastball. Looked like a juicy meatball of the meatball sandwiches on our last day up in Alaska. Got to tell you, Bobby and the concession crew up there sure did treat us right.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun. About the
and a beautiful breaking pitch. Sorry, Crash. And down goes Hudson LaBarbera. He just couldn't do anything with that pitch.
Yeah, great at bat there from John Trainer and getting his second strikeout of the game.
That brings up Manolo Tafola, the second baseman, right-handed hitter. Right down the middle for a strike.
That was a really good pitch from Trainer. Seems like Tafola might have thought it was a little inside, but nope.
This one's fouled into the Juice dugout. So it's 0-2. And Trainer one pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. Out of the stretch. Fastball, and that's hit the other way to Andrew Cuevas at second. Nice and easy 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for John Trainer and a nice comeback. And 1-2-3 go the Juice. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll go to the top of the third inning with the Juice 3-0 over the Bucks on the Ventura County Buccaneers YouTube channel. Top of the third from Biola University, home of the Eagles, but right now it's home to the OC Juice, who have a 3-0 lead over the Ventura County Bucks. And the bottom 4 of their order due up: Eddie Perez, Jacob Godino, and Andrew Cuevas, then Millar Cruz, or Miller Cool, or Millar Cool. And the first pitch to Perez from Evan Zasadi is fouled back.
Perez started last game in right field, and now getting the moving to left field for this one.
That'll be the Sun field. The whole left side of the infield and the left fielder. So Hudson LaBarbera, Isaiah Pacheco, third and shortstop respectively, and Chase Bernal are looking right into the sun. And a tough bit of hitting now for both pitchers, as there's that same pitch that we saw from Trainer by Zesati, where he throws the fastball and it cuts back into the hitter, and it landed in the strike zone 0-2. Fastball, and that's lined the other way into right field for a leadoff base hit. So second hit of the game for the Buccaneers, and they got something going on here with Jacob Godino up to bat.
Yeah, definitely interested to see Godino. I don't think maybe I've seen him, but to the best of my knowledge, I don't think I've seen him hit yet, or at least not that I can remember. So I'm definitely excited to see him hit after he started and pitched the previous game in this doubleheader.
Took something off of that one, but it was a strike. And it's 0-1 to Godino. So a nice bit of sleight of hand by Zesati, and a whole bag full of tricks. And this one is a curveball, and that gets by the catcher. And going all the way to third base is Eddie Perez. Here comes the throw and a dead duck. Oh no, under the tag.
I thought they got him, but
so did I.
But good slide there from Eddie Perez, and credit to Aaron Parker. Must have seen him hit the base safely before the tag was applied.
Yeah, the ball bounced by Luke Willison for a wild pitch. And then the throw, yeah, like I said, got underneath the tag of LaBarbera. So safe at third base is the leadoff batter, Eddie Perez. And the fastball to Godino is outside. So the pitch is a ball. The one that was a wild pitch was 2-1 now.
This is a prime opportunity for the Bucs to get themselves on the board here, Lou.
Curveball, and that just misses the outside part of the plate, and it's 3-2. And the hitters now have to concentrate because the light pole that's between home plate and the third base dugout, the Buccaneers dugout, is a shadow now on the pitcher's mound. So a foul back, and that's 3-2, and Godino just missed that one. So what did we say the temp was? 89. It's cooling off. It's 89 degrees here in La Mirada.
It goes about 90. Said it was about 90 when it was first pitched, so starting to get a little cooler.
And ball 4. And a walk now. Runners at the corners for Andrew Cuevas, the second baseman.
Cuevas, another interesting case of one of the two-way guys on this Bucs roster. And he's kind of been more known to do both. Like you see him pitch and hit more than kind of other guys. Maybe the other guy, and I know he recently was called up to the Pirates, was Dylan Nolan Cook, who is seen doing both a lot.
This is bunted, and the sacrifice is going to be good. 1-4 on the putout. Check that, 1-3. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, and Millar Cool comes to bat. Wonder if he's related to Angels president Dennis Cool.
We'd have to see.
I think I tried to inquire, but the request went unanswered. This is another bunt, a suicide squeeze, and throw is up the right field line. The run does score. Now here comes the second run of the inning on the 2-base error by the third baseman. So both of the runs are unearned, but the Bucs will take it. So now they trail by a run, 3-2, with only 1 out. And the top of the order, and Riker Billingsley has Cool in scoring position. So Hudson LaBarbera's throw went down the first baseline, and with a tight squeeze after the infield, saved, well, maybe third base for Cool. And the first pitch to Riker Billingsley is fouled over the third base dugout, and it's 0-1. Billingsley, 0 for 1, struck out to start off the game back in the first inning. Pitch is low. So the Buccaneers have been laying off Zisati's juicy pitches and have been waiting for the right one to come through, and it's been paying off.
Yeah,
Patience pays.
And then, I mean, plus a couple of bunts, too, that have ended up working out.
Little ball. That one's on the outside corner, strike 1, 1-2 to Billingsley. With only one down, and that was on the sacrifice bunt successfully put down by Cuevas. Bird dogging behind Cool was Pacheco, the shortstop.
Seems like something I've noticed a lot. Those faster guys, they'll totally try to just tease the pitcher when they're on base. I mean, I think the best example I've seen on the Pirates is Robert Pitts Jr. He loves to do that.
On the outside corner, just missed, and it's 2-2.
Good take there from Billingsley, seeing that it wasn't going to quite be in the zone.
Yeah, Robert Pitts, the new UCR Highlander. Pitch, and that swung on and missed, and down goes Billingsley again. So that's 2 strikeouts for Zisati, and that'll bring up Will Matuzak. See if he can come up with a 2-out something.
Especially, I mean, he connected with the ball last time. I mean, flew out to center, but it's not really going to help you at all in this scenario with 2 outs.
Mario Catalan is playing shallow in right field, and the slider is low and outside for ball 1. 0 for 1, but has a chance to tie the ball game up with a base hit. Took something off of that one, some sort of breaking ball, and that's strike 1-1. Fastball low, but still swung on and fouled just past the Juice dugout. Beautiful Southern California day for a baseball game.
Maybe a little hot.
Of a breeze.
Maybe a little bit hot, but between the breeze and the shade that they've always generously provided us, I'm doing okay out here.
There you go, yeah. Fouled at the plate, and it remains 2-2. Yeah, the air is a little hot and chewy. One and 2? Is that what you're telling me?
I think that's what I had.
That's what I have too. So we all agree.
Just making sure we're all on the same page.
This one's hit high and deep down the left field line. Bernal looks up, and this is gone. A 2-run home run for the Buccaneers. And Will Matuzak, and just like that, the Bucks take the lead back at 4-2.
Big home run there. And I was definitely excited to, see Matuzak put that one away. And I think first lead the Bucks had all day in either game, so definitely can be big in terms of helping motivate them going forward.
And that was smoked. Looked like that was above the signs, the advertising signs in left field, which is 325 down the line.
I think that one definitely went a little more.
Bunt, and this could be trouble. Segura with the first pitch, and he is on with a bunt single. So the Bucks just slapped the Juice's face on both sides. First with the long ball, and now with the little ball.
Getting them every way. Really juicing them here, gotta say.
That's right. They got juice all over their jerseys. So Segura now is 2 for 2 and keeps the inning alive. So good management by the coaching staff. And here comes the pickoff try, and a good pickoff move by Zastati. And Sheridan with a tag, but back on his belly is Jarrett Segura.
Segura doing a good job of being alert, and he now knows they got their eyes on him.
Fouled at the plate to Story. First pitch to Hudson, and it's 0-1. Now we may have to move that camera if that's causing some issues with the fans. We can move it right here. What do you say?
I think it's fine. I'll figure it out.
Lined up the middle for a base hit, and moving up to second base is Segura. On the base hit to center field by Hudson Story. Just went with that pitch crash and sent it up the middle.
Yeah, good swing, although he's going to need a new bat next time. That thing sounded broken to me.
Yep, yeah, it sure is. And see the grain broken there. That would have been bonfire wood up in Fairbanks.
Do they actually use bats for that, broken bats?
No, it's got paint on it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to, but I'm sure it has been used.
I'm sure it's happened. I mean, they light bonfires there all the time. I've seen a few there myself when I've been.
Ah, okay. First pitch is low to Hunter Boylan, and it's 1-0. Boylan is 0 for 1, grounded to second his first time up.
Yeah, and I believe that might have been his first time batting this summer. Looking at least according to the information I have here on Game Changer.
Okay. Yeah, the Pirates definitely did. Well, I'm sure they did 5 nights out of 5 nights of bonfires. Here comes the pitch, and that one is fouled back.
I mean, it's just part of just the Alaska culture out there.
Lots of fishing, sometimes twice a day for the guys, and lots of bonfires.
That seems very Alaskan.
They really got into the culture up there.
Yeah.
Nature culture.
I had a friend who played up at one of those Alaska club teams a few summers ago. And he posted photos of him fishing and all that fun stuff off the field.
Nice grab by Luke Willison. You saw that on the YouTube channel, because that pitch was way outside, and that could have been a run. Not a whole lot of room between home plate and the backstop. Maybe, 15 feet?
Something like that.
This one is grounded to second base, and it's Tofola to Sheridan, and that'll do it for the Buccaneers in the top of the third. But they come back in a big way, scoring 4 runs on 1 hit and 2 men left. And we'll go down to the bottom of the third inning with the Buccaneers leading 4-3 on the Ventura County Buccaneers YouTube channel. Bottom of the third we go. 4-3 Buccaneers leading the Juice on a big 4-run inning. And the big three-run bomb. The pitch is in for a good pitch. Looked like a strike. Will Matuzak with the big home run.
Much needed home run, too, to give them the lead.
This one's fouled back. And I believe it's 1-1.
That's what I have.
Chris Bernal is 1 for 1. Had a base hit and scored on the 3-run Luke Willison home run. That ball's got a lot of movement on it. 2-1. Stayed up high. This one's fouled back. Right over the dugout on the third base side, and it's 2-2.
Definitely been a more aggressive at bat from Bernal as he's swung at 2 of these and hacking away a bit, trying to just contact. He's connected twice. He's also been kind of wise on seeing the ball outside the strike zone.
3 runs on 2 hits for the Juice. Just missed the outside corner. That loads the count at 3-2 to Bernal. Leading things off in the bottom of the third inning. For the Pirates, they have 4 runs on 5 hits. Big swing and a miss on a lollipop changeup. And down goes Bernal, and that's the 3rd strikeout for John Trainer. And that'll bring up Jaden St. Cyr, who's 0 for 1.
Yeah, other than that first inning, Trainer's been very solid today, Lou. And you can see
he's been good. Just behind him has been a little iffy. But yeah.
I guess I meant in terms of just runs, but even still, he's just seems as he's gotten after that home run, he's just gotten more and more confident.
There you go. That's true. I should have let you finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I also do go the long way with completing my thoughts. I'll acknowledge that. Even on air, I mean.
Yeah, your Trainer has really calmed down nicely after the 3-run home run, as he has an 0-2 count now to Jaden St. Cyr.
Yeah, he's definitely in a very now advantageous position, being up 0-2.
As a matter of fact, since that home run, he's retired 6 juices in a row. And that's low. 1-2. So it is a hot day. So 2 errors committed by the Pirates, 1 error committed, the Buccaneers, 1 committed by the Juice. 1-2 to Jaden St. Cyr, and this one's fouled down the right field line and out of play. And it remains 1-2. Yeah, the weather in Fairbanks totally opposite of Southern California. Never reached above 60 degrees. Rainy most of the time. Did get to see the sun a couple of times here and there. Go to our Instagram page and you can see some of the photo dumps.
Oh, I looked through those all right.
This is a line drive into right field, and it could be extra bases. Stopped by Godino, but by the time he gets it back into second base, Jaden St. Cyr proves the broadcaster's jinx is alive and well.
Yep. And if I've learned anything from just being involved in this sport and just being around watching baseball my whole life, watching baseball movies, I know superstition is a very big thing in this sport.
Yeah, after I said Trainer retired 6 in a row, I just thought, I wonder if that's going to be broken here with the broadcaster's jinx.
I feel like it's more if you say it in the dugout. I think it's more of a bigger offense, though. I made that mistake on last week.
Yeah, I can see that.
I may or may not have observed a no-hitter.
This is grounded right to first base. Hudson Story actually throws it over to Trainer, so 1-3 on the put-up. Good job covering the bag by Trainer. But on the play, St. Cyr goes down to second, so it's just like a sacrifice. But now it's 2 down for Luke Willison, who hammered that 3-run home run in the top of the first inning. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch, and that misses the strike zone as well, 2-0.
Good job of Carson Chavez quickly recovering after it bounced out of his glove and not letting it get by him and allowing St. Cyr to score.
So now it's 2-1.
And it looks like our camera got shaken up a bit. I guess we'll have to adjust it at the end of the inning.
Yeah, again, we might want to think about just moving it up here and attaching it right there.
But then we'll be affected by the net, though.
No, it won't.
Sure.
Positive. If it is, at least it won't be a trip hazard.
Fair. I think it's fine where it is. It's just.
I know you think so.
But do we have the time for it?
Sure we do. I'll do it because you're taking the next inning, right?
Fair enough.
Pitch is up in the strike zone, and ball 4 to Luke Willison. So that puts runners at the corners with 2 down, and it'll be Jordan Harrison's responsibility. Or Sheridan. Jordan, the first baseman, bounced out to shortstop. His first time, the big left-handed hitter with a wide open stance. Big hole between first and second. The runner goes. The throw down is too high, so both runners in scoring position on the stolen base.
Good job of Sean Parkinson seeing that Willison was taken off, but didn't quite properly execute the throw to give Matuzak a chance to catch him.
Willison must be new to the club because I don't see him on the stat page.
I think he is new. I think he didn't play he played earlier today, but other than that, I've been told that they've been having a lot of turnover on this team. I've had to add a few guys myself into their game changer.
Well, as independent teams do. This one is a slider that's popped down the left field line and out of play. So it's 2-1 now to Jordan Sheridan.
I mean, I've learned that even at the young levels, there's sometimes, guys are changing teams in the middle of the season.
So here comes the 2-1 with runners at second and third and 2 outs. This one's lined over second base into right field. Godino picks it up and throws it back in a hurry, but by that time, 2-run score on the 2-run single by Jordan Harrison, and the Juice take the lead back 5-4. So nothing fancy by Jordan Sheridan. He just went with the pitch and pulled it into right field.
I mean, smart play there, although, gotta say, Lou, maybe you did jinx it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. That'll bring up Isaiah Pacheco. Looks at a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
I think that was a good pitch for Trainer to throw. Gives him some confidence, especially after just that tough previous at bat there.
This one's popped up into right center field. Who has it? Gaudino says he does and puts it away for the third out. But we had 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 man left. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning, and Crash Collier calling things right here on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel with the Juice up 5-4.
We're back here at Biola University, heading into the top of the 4th. I'm Crash Collier on the call now. We're adjusting the camera, trying to get you guys a better angle now. Sean Parkinson, the batter, and he'll foul off the first pitch. So it's an 0-1 count. Parkinson popped up to Cameron Hickox. We actually had that wrong. He's been playing the whole game, so we deeply apologize to any viewers. And my pitch is in there for ball 1. That's a called strike 3. So 1 away. That'll bring up Eddie Perez. That'll be a called strike on Perez, so it's 0-1 the count. One the count now. That pitch is fouled off. So it is 2-1 now. So we have a 1-2 count now as we have the picture back now. Thank you to Lou Stowers for fixing it. And that pitch is flying into right center. And Eddie Perez is in there with a 1-out double. And the Bucks quickly get a man in scoring position.
That was a beautiful strike by Eddie Perez. One hopped the wall out in right center field, probably about 390 feet away.
Absolutely, yes. And that will bring...
How about 370?
That's pretty. Still, it's all generous.
It's a long way.
Absolutely. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that'll bring up Jake Godino, the right fielder. Godino walked his first time up, and he'll swing through that first pitch. So it's strike one.
Now you're wrecking the place.
I just knocked off a water bottle, and it's not moving anywhere. We're fine. That pitch is low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Pitch is low. Makes the count 2-1. Swing and a miss there. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Godino.
John Trainer has thrown 53 pitches in his 3 innings. We'll see how long he goes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last night Colby Betty threw, I think, 90 pitches, I think is what I count. I saw over 6 innings. And Godino goes down looking. So that's 2 outs right there. I'll bring up Andrew Cuevas. And fans, make sure to follow the Ventura County Bucks on social media. Go to V County Pirates for team news and leave your comments. That's V County Pirates on Instagram, Facebook, and X.
All right. And again, get to see all the photo dumps from, well, at least my camera.
Yeah. And the pass ball there. There's
Call that a wild
more. Oh, wild pitch. He's going to allow Perez to take third.
because that bounced in front of Willison. He did
Had
try
it-
to keep it in front of him, but it bounced away from him.
Had a tough angle on it, so a little tough for me to tell for a sec sometimes.
Maybe it's because I'm nice to catchers.
Unfortunately, we can't be nice to everyone. No.
We could sure try.
Yeah. Well, that's baseball. Just swing and a miss.
Fouled into the turf.
Foul ball. So 2-1 the count.
Well, big old Hudson LaBarbera is playing even with the bag at third base. The shortstop, Isaiah Pacheco, is playing on the outfield grass, as is second baseman Manolo Tafola.
That pitch is outside, and we got ourselves a full count here on Andrew Cuevas.
So the Juice, maybe not expecting a bunch right now, but Andrew Cuevas, his first at bat was a sacrifice.
It's a sac bunt. He'll swing through that. Now we actually got 3-2. So now it's 3-2. That one's going to be grounded to third. LaBarbera guns it over to first to retire Cuevas, and that'll bring the top of the fourth to an end. Juice still leading 5-4.
So what was the first batter? What did he do? Sean Parkinson?
This inning, Parkinson?
Yes. His last at bat, start off the inning.
Struck out looking
How many pitches?
on
Or does it say?
5 pitches.
Okay.
I just have to look.
And then Eddie Perez, I know he hit a double, but was that the third pitch?
Perez, 1, 2, 3, 5th pitch.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He fouled off a couple. Or wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry.
Okay.
And then the first one was also just 3. Sorry, I'm counting it wrong.
Okay. 3 pitches?
Yeah.
Okay. And 4 pitches to Perez. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Perez was 1, 2, 4.
4, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 pitches. Trainer's still out there, okay.
We are back here in the top of the 4th inning. I'm Crash Collier alongside Lou Stowers. And fans, become a Ventura County Pirates or Bucks host family. Call General Manager George Renault at 805-501-0470 for details.
And John Trainer out for his 4th inning of work.
Yeah, he's already thrown 53 pitches today. And the first pitch he throws to Daniel Reyes. Reyes gets a piece of it and fouls it off, so strike 1. Reyes struck out swinging his last time, so Trainer's on his way to the right start. That one also fouled. The Trainer sitting with a good advantage to start the at-bat.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, especially this late in the game, expecting him to go.
That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Cuevas can't get on it, and that'll be a leadoff single. Up the middle, 4. Daniel Reyes.
Yeah, that was the old CNI ball. Just missed the glove of Trainer and the outstretched glove of Andrew Cuevas and into center field.
That'll bring up Hudson LaBarbera, the third baseman, for the Juice. He'll take the first pitch as a called strike 1.
I believe Hudson was with either the Sentinels or one of the Arroyo Seco teams, the Saints. I believe with the Sentinels.
I think it was the Sentinels, but he was a pitcher there. So I'm not sure if it's the same guy. And that might have been Hudson LaBarbera, and here they had it as Hudson LaBarbera, so I'm not sure.
He was a big guy, mostly a first baseman.
Oh. I just remember him from throwing. 0-2 count.
And that was a strikeout, swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Trainer.
Yeah, Trainer doing a good job of sending guys down.
He's got that nasty breaking ball, that curve ball.
Yeah.
LaBarbera looked like it was a ballerina trying to grab that one.
And that'll bring up Manolo Tafola, who will take a called strike 1.
Looked like that slider.
Here he is.
Gonna miss again.
Reyes. Ground out to second his first time up. On that. Didn't play the last game. I was told he arrived just before the first pitch of this game. And he'll go down swinging. So that's 2 outs and the 5th strikeout of the game for John Trainer. He is making this Juice lineup very uncomfortable with his pitches.
Oh, they got him off balance, that's for sure. And that's a good thing.
Absolutely. And that'll bring the top of the lineup back up. Chase Bernal up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day. And he'll take a called strike 1. Speaking of Bernal, he singled on a ground ball to right field, but then struck out swinging his last time up. Trainer looking to time for the second straight at bat. And that's a swing and a miss there. So 0-2. Trainer has really gotten himself into these 0-2 positions, and when he's been up this, he's done a good job of getting the guys out, especially with the strikeout.
Gotten into a nice rhythm.
That one's going to be low. Good job of Sean Parkinson staying in front of it there. and not letting it get by. On a 1-2 count now. And that pitch is going to be low. So that's ball 2. And Rios advancing on the pass ball.
No, still gonna, yeah, we'll call that one a pass ball, yeah.
I mean, it hit the glove, so
It did.
before it hit the ground, so. So 2-2 the count now. And Rios is in scoring position. That one's going to be grounded to short.
Ooh.
And get over, and a funky bounce that gets over Cuevas' head. And Rios is going to score on the off throw.
Yeah, that one hit the cut of the grass and then took a golf ball hop over Andrew Cuevas into right field, and that's an RBI single. So that makes the score 6-4, excuse me, in favor of the Juice.
I'd put on throw for that, right? On throw.
Yeah.
So 6-4 Juice. Jaden St. Cyr, the center fielder, now at the plate. Trainer taking a long look at Bernal at second. And he's going to turn around like he's going to pitch. Bernal dives back, but no throw from Trainer.
No throw from Trainer because Jacob Godino did not cover the bag.
That ball swung and missed on by St. Cyr, so it puts the count at 0-1.
Nice fastball by Trainer, too. Up in the strike zone where St. Cyr couldn't get it, but still one of those that you just can't stay away from.
Trainer takes a look at Bernal. That pitch is high and inside, so ball 1.
So on that RBI single by Daniel Rios, the right fielder Jacob Godino threw it in, and the throw was up the third baseline, and so that's how Chase advanced to second base. The run did score on the single. Whoop, there it goes. Another
And
bad
Trainer with a poorly executed throw, nowhere near the bag. And it's going to allow Bernal to take third.
So an error on Trainer. That'll be the third error of the day for the Buccaneers. But yeah, that all boils down to communication between your middle infielders and the pitcher, of where you're going to be.
That'll be a swing and a miss there. Put the count at 1-2.
So hopefully this one won't hurt with 2 down and 2 strike count, 1-2.
Yeah. And it seemed like on that play, like you're saying, Lou, the communication, I mean, it didn't really seem like they had a clear. It was tough to see if they were going to decide to hold or not. That one's going to be sent into deep right. Godino is there, and he'll record the final out. So we head to the top of the 5th inning, and the Bucks leading 6-4 on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Got it. Fans, Ventura County Bucks Baseball is brought to you by The Answer's Yes. MasterCard and Visa is the largest class action settlement in U.S. history. If your company took Visa or MasterCard payments between 2004 and 2019, you are entitled to file a claim for a refund for being overcharged for transaction fees. Call Kevin Sumstein at 760-685-5813 or Jeffrey Booma at 714-350-8378. We are back here in the top of the fifth inning, and a new pitcher in the game for the Juice. It is Evan Zasadi. He comes in relief for Cameron Hickox, who threw 70 pitches over 4 innings of work. 44 of those pitches were strikes, giving him a 62.86% strike rate.
You have that wonderful toy.
Called Game Changer?
Yeah.
I mean, does a lot of the work for you, so
Might as well,
why
right?
not? Why not take advantage of technology when it works?
And you're doing double duty today, so hats off to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Speaking of hats, how about these new Star Spangled Banner hats that the Pirates wore up in Fairbanks?
I saw those. I saw the whole fits they got issued. The whole fit was really clean, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Gotta wonder, are they gonna be any hats of those for us interns to have, Lou?
Well, I think you better go on your knees to George Verneau and say please.
Maybe I can. Yeah, I might do that next time I see him. So the first batter Evan Society will face will be Millar Cool here in this top fifth. Here comes the pitch.
Off of the clock.
Collard Cool checks it into the clock. Clock is fortunately okay. So it's 0-1.
I think Katana's got to get a picture of that clock. Right?
Yeah. She says we'll see, so we'll find out when we... And Cool
But it's there.
fouls off another one, so he quickly finds himself down 0-2. Cool bunted and reached base on an air by Hudson LaBarbera last time up. Ultimately would help get the momentum going for the 2-run shot by Will Matuzak. That one's going to get by and be ball one. So 1-2 the count now. The Juice leading 6-4. That pitch is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, another reason that I requested a photo of the clock over the dugout is because it's unusual to have a clock that big over a dugout. A clock. Maybe it's the 30-second pitch count clock.
I think it is. I thought in college it's 20 seconds.
Okay.
And that'll
I'm sure
be-
you can set it for whatever.
Well, of course. And that'll be a drop third straight swing. And Millar Cool will be tagged out.
So strikeout 2 unassisted.
And the first pitch, to Riker Billingsley, the leadoff man, is a called strike. So 0 on the count. Billingsley is 0 for 2 on the day. 2 strikeouts, both of them swinging. Pitch is outside, it'll make it 1-1.
Seems like it's starting to cool off a little bit here. It's all the way down to 88.
It
Got a little breeze coming on shore.
doesn't feel like it, although it seems like it hasn't dropped as much. It seems it's only dropped 2 degrees since first pitch, but it feels like a lot more.
Oh, I'm shivering. Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple of games there where at least I was shivering.
Up in Alaska?
Up in Alaska, yeah.
Billingsley fouls that one back, so count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The Gold Panners have a concession stand full of gear, and one of them being a thicker sweatshirt that's made out of the wicker material with a hood. Really nice.
That'll be low and in there. That'll be low. So we got a full count. And Lou, I got to ask about Alaska. Do they play a lot of teams from the continental U.S.?
They play a lot of teams from the continental U.S. that travel up there because they're an independent team. They were deemed too far away to be included in the Alaska League.
Oh, wow. That'll be ball 4 for Billingsley. And I got to ask, that must mean if they're doing that, they got to actively know people aren't packing enough and are going to need clothes when they get there. So, probably kind of a smart move if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. They have, I'd say probably 10 different designs of T-shirts. No, even more than that. They're more than that. And then they have these hoodies that have the pockets in front. And there's probably, there's at least 2 designs of those that I know of.
And the first
got the
pitch,
plain black.
The first pitch to Will Matuzak will be in there for a ball.
The plain black because I could put the Ventura County Pirates T-shirt over that.
Smart. So 1-0 the count to Matuzak, who is 1 for 2 on the day. That'll make the count 2-0. Matuzak flew out to center his first time up before hitting that 2-run shot to left. That gave the Bucks a brief lead at 4-3. Another pitch outside as Evan Zasadi seeming to struggle with his command a bit right now.
Well, like you say, he just came in. But boy, that home run by Matuzak, that was a no-doubter.
That pitch is inside for ball 4. So Billingsley on second, Matuzak at first, and Jarrett Segura now up to bat.
And both walks.
Yeah. Segura, in addition to being 2 for 2 on the day, with a single, with an infield single and a bunt single, is now represents the go-ahead run here. So big opportunity for the Bucks here to strike back. The first pitch he sees is a called strike.
And a nice slider, too, from Zasadi.
Pitch is outside. Good job of Segura. Decided not to go around with the swing there. He thought about it, but held off. So it's a 1-1 count now.
The sun lowering is 9 minutes to 6 now, and really getting into the eyes of the left side of the infield and even affecting the pitcher.
That'll be another ball, so it's 2-1 the count. That pitch gonna hit the dirt, but Willison gonna not let it get too far away, and Billingsley or Matuzak are unable to advance. But 3-1 the count now.
Yeah, good play by Luke Willison. Speaking of catchers, Pirates catcher Brody Brown injured his knee.
Swing and a miss there. We got a full count. It's unfortunate.
It was minutes before the game, game 2 on Sunday. And
that'll be a swing and miss. So Segura goes down swinging for the second out. That'll bring up Hudson Story, the first baseman.
Yeah, second strikeout for Zasadi this inning. But Brody Brown's dad, Dennis, helped take care of things, got him to the hospital. They got an MRI, and they'll be seeing a knee doctor here really soon. So our best hopes and wishes to Brody Brown.
And Story Fouls that one down the first base line, pretty close to just past the dugout. So it's an 0-1 count.
Yeah. And filling in at last minute was Gabe Juarez, one of the new Pirates, and he did a terrific job filling in.
Hasn't he also been dealing with some good knee injuries where he's only been hitting, but seems like he's working his way back?
Working his way back and doing fine, and also Grant Madrid Murray's been doing a terrific job behind the plate.
Yeah, it seems like Madrid Murray, at least before the Pirates left for Alaska, was kind of doing a lot of getting most of the starts behind the plate.
Right, and but the story of the game yesterday or the day before yesterday was Dylan Nolan Cook.
The Tuzak fouls one off, so the count will remain 0-2.
Came up from the Bucks just as an extra man and somebody to help out. And no wires to watch. We eliminated that.
Whoops. Seriously.
That's okay. Always be better to be cautious.
Absolutely, yeah. As Story rips that one to center. St. Cyr can't keep his glove on it. That'll be an RBI single for Hudson Story.
So that was a terrific hit by Hudson Story, and Jaden St. Cyr tried to make a shoestring catch, and he's lucky that the ball didn't get further away from him, because over at third base now is Matuzak, and he could have scored easily had it gone just 10 feet further away from St. Cyr. But as it is, that cuts the lead to 6-5 for the Juice.
And Hunter Boylan up to bat. He'll take a called strike one. Yeah, you mentioned Dylan Nolan Cook. Noah will be staying with the Bucks now, with the Pirates now. It's definitely his leadership will be missed on this roster, that Bucks roster.
And congratulations to him for getting the opportunity and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was always one of those guys, always one of the first ones here, and if the Bucks weren't playing, he'd opt to come and do something no one else was doing and stay with the Pirates for their game.
Yeah. Just a great young man.
Mm-hmm. And Boylan goes down swinging, but not before the Bucks cut the lead in half and now trail 6-5 on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Ventura County Bucks fans, make sure to support the Ventura County Bucks by the Bucks red or black fit hats for $30 or the Pirates new CCL red and black hat for $35. Available at every home game. Just stop by the press box. And the new Ventura County Bucks t-shirts are available with our new logo on the back. Men's crew cut and women's V-neck shirts are available for $25 and kids for $20.
Very attractive. As a matter of fact, we had them available. John Lorkey, the general manager of the Gold Panthers, allowed us to sell our shirts and hats up there.
Oh, wow. Organization, it just seems like they're super welcoming is what I felt like. I mean, they seemed completely open all the interviews you guys were doing with them. I mean, it seems like you even caught up with a couple old friends up there.
I did, yeah. It's always fun. And then seeing players that played, they have the major leaguers' pictures, the photos outside of the ballpark over the concession stand.
It's got to be pretty inspiring. And we head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Biola University. Robert Snyder taking over for John Trainer on the mound. And his first pitch, hitter he'll face is Mario Catalan. And the first pitch will be a ball. So 1-0 the count now. Snyder going with the sidearm type of throws. Throws way inside for ball 2. I always find it interesting to see kind of how guys throw, whether it's overhand, sidearm, or even that one guy for the A's who was the guy who always, every time they made an adjustment, kept throwing lower?
A long time ago, you mean?
Yeah, on the Moneyball.
Fingers?
It might have been it.
Yeah. The Moneyball, it was probably Raleigh Fingers.
That sounds about right. And that one will get across the strike, so the first strike thrown by Snyder.
Or Dennis Eckersley.
So it's a 3-1 count.
During that time. I don't think Billy Bean was the general manager in Raleigh Fingers times.
Yeah, it had to be. It was on the Moneyball A's team, so that much I know. That one's going to be grounded up the middle and into center. So leadoff single for Mario Catalan. That'll bring up Luke Wilson, the catcher. Wilson hit a 3-run homer his first time up, walked his last time up.
And had a stolen base.
That too. Behind the plate, but when he's been at the plate, he's 1 for 1. And he'll take ball 1 there.
Willison is responsible for 4 of the 6 runs.
That'll be a ball there, so 2-0 the count. And we got him visit on the mound here. With the count now being 2-0. Outfielders aren't moving in. There's been no signal.
Yeah, just having a powwow on the mound and maybe trying to calm down Robert Snyder.
Seems like it. I mean, sometimes it can be tricky getting it tough. Sometimes just, when you get thrown in, sometimes you just start out a little rough when you haven't played in a minute. And that'll be the end of the meeting. And the at-bat versus Wilson will resume. So pickoff attempt first, just to check in on Catalan. That pitch is outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count now. That'll be ball 4. So Snyder off to a tough start here. And that'll bring up Jordan Sheridan, the first baseman, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to short, hit a line drive to right. Be his first time facing Snyder. Snyder, pitch goes outside. The runners will advance on the wild pitch. So 1-0 count, and runners on first and second and third now, nobody out.
And that single to right field that Sheridan had back in the third inning scored 2 runs.
Mm-hmm. That'll be another ball. So Snyder really struggling with his command. Even he's already on his third batter and is yet to record an out here. That pitch inside for ball 3.
Three and 0. Let's see if Sheridan's got the green light for a 3-0 pitch.
And that pitch is outside. So ball 4 and the bases are loaded. So Snyder has not had a very productive start to his relief appearance. And he will now face Isaiah Pacheco, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swing his first time up and then flew out to right. Pacheco didn't play last game, so... And there's that strike.
Found it.
Yes, finally. I think that's just a much-needed just boost. You get that. Gives you confidence that you can keep throwing strikes and find the plate. Especially, I think he threw, what, like... a lot of balls in a row. So 0 on the count. That one a little outside. Parkinson all over it. Count goes to 1-1. That pitch is low. So 2 on the count now. So bases loaded, 2-1. That one is going to be ripped into right field. And it's going to drop there way in the corner. Dina will field it. And 3 runs will score. So it's a bases clearing triple for Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco just went with the pitch and sent it down the right field line and got a lot of air underneath it like a sand wedge. And good enough for 3 RBI.
So that'll score 3. And the Juice has extended the lead to 9-5 now. That'll bring up Daniel Rios, the designated hitter. And he'll hit the first pitch he sees into foul, and it'll go foul.
That was a tough chance for Hudson Story as he went as far as he could where the fence goes from the dugout in.
It's a funky alignment over there.
Yeah, where there's some bushes, but must be some sort of protecting something over there.
Plus, going from sun to shade always can be a little tricky too. I thought he had it for a sec, but then it looked like he must have lost as it dropped. So next pitch, outside, but good stop there from Sean Parkinson.
Sure was.
From preventing it from going out, letting it slip by and allow Pacheco to score.
So the Buccaneers, wasting no time, send a pitcher, relief pitcher, and a catcher out there to warm them up.
That pitch is going to be low. So it's 2-1 the count now. That one's going to be fouled off. So 2-2.
So that was a nice pitch by Snyder.
It was. Can he replicate that to record his first out? It's already been a tough inning. He's already thrown 21 pitches. And still gets to record an out. That one's going to be low. We got a full count on our hands, Lou.
Now the infield's playing in. They don't want to give up another run on a ground ball.
Smart, yeah. I mean, don't want to be working out. That's going to be a swing and miss. Great pitch there from Snyder. And that'll be the first out of the fifth.
That's the way to do it.
And Hudson LaBarbera is now the batter.
Now with the power hitter up, the infield's still playing in. That's not a lot of fun for the infielders.
Yeah. Well, LaBarbera hasn't exactly gotten to take advantage of his power tonight. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts swinging. That's sad. I mean, considering he's gone down swinging, he's definitely been swinging the bat. Just no connection.
Now let's see if Snyder can make that trend continue.
That one's going to be ripped into left. It's going to drop. Perez fields it quickly, but it will bring home another run. So the Juice now leading 10-5. Manolo Tafola, second baseman and the 9th of 9 hitters, up to bat, and he will see ball 1. So 1-0 the count now.
Well, the Juice hitters, knowing now with all the walks given up by Snyder, just to wait for their pitch.
I mean, it's a smart strategy by them. And as the count moves to 2-0, and Tafola getting a big advantage here. Now it's going to be a called strike.
A nice slider by Snyder.
Snyder with the slider then. But 2-1 now. Snyder looking to get another strike across, and it's going to be outside. Trying to go. It's like he was trying to go with that same pitch, but
yeah,
didn't quite get it across the plate. Not quite as well executed.
And Tafola not going fishing for that pitch.
And it seems like he's going to be more selective this time. And that's going to get past for ball 3. Second one gets past Parkinson, and LaBarbera is going to advance on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that one just hopped over the glove.
Well, it seemed like it was a bit outside. It looked like it may have been actually ball 4.
It was ball 4, and not advancing was Hudson LaBarbera.
So 1 out and 2 runners on. And Sean Parkinson going to talk things over with Robert Snyder. So I'll bring up the top of the order and Chase Burnell, the batter. Burnell is 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles to right field on ground balls and a strikeout in between those. He'll foul the first pitch back he sees to make it 0-1. That one's going to be ripped to first. Story gets first out. But they won't be able to complete the fielder's choice. So they get the lead runner and 2 outs. But they now have a run. But they now have LaBarbera 90 feet away from the plate.
So nice play by Hudson Story. Throws it over to second where shortstop Will Matuzak had it. So 3-6 on the putout. And like Chase said, on the fielder's choice is Chase Burnell. So he's been on 3 out of 4 times.
Yes, he has. He's been. The same thing kind of happened in the last game, if I remember correctly. It's that first pitch to Jane St. Cyr. Close to his head, but he fortunately ducks out of the way. 1-0 the count now.
Speaking of successful leadoff hitters, the Pirates sure found one up in Alaska.
That one's going to be popped up.
Ooh.
And Riker Billingsley can't quite get there. Another run comes around. And with it being 2 outs, Burnell was running a sit on contact.
Yeah, so, excuse me?
Yes, did that go down as a hit, probably?
Oh, boy. I think you have to. It didn't touch Billingsley's glove, did
No.
it? Then it's a hit.
So, yeah, it's going to be a hit there.
Somebody should have had it, at least you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was in short right field. And I know the sky, the smog is probably affecting the visibility and the wind. There is a breeze blowing around, so that may have affected things as well.
It's now 0-1 after Mario Catalan, the right fielder, swung and missed on the first pitch, and he'll rip that one down the first base line. Burnell will score easy. St. Cyr is being waved around. And Catalan will be in there with a 2-out, 2 RBI triple on a line drive into the corner there.
Yeah, that was ripped down the line. Jarrett Segura couldn't snag it, and it got stuck in the corner right underneath where the fence ends and the dirt begins. There's a little bit of a gap there, and Eddie Perez had to do some gardening to dig that thing out. And we may get a pitching change because this is the second visit of the inning by the coaching staff.
And we will. So that'll be it for Robert Snyder. 36 pitches, just 2 outs recorded. So we'll return when action resumes here on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Juice leading 13-5. We are back here on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel, and fans, become a Ventura County Pirate or Bucks host family. Call General Manager George Verneau at 805-501-0470 for details. Nomar Vasquez, now the pitcher for the Bucks here in the bottom of the fifth. He comes in relief of Robert Snyder, who only is able to record 2 outs while throwing a total of 36 pitches in that time. And the first batter he'll face is Luke Willison, the catcher, and gets him to swing and miss on that first pitch. So it's an 0-1 count now. Vasquez, another one of those guys on this team who's a dual threat. He can play the field, he can hit, and he can pitch. That pitch catching the inside corner there. Good pitch from Vasquez, and he's down 0-2, and he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Well, Vasquez making that long throw from third base. Have to be accurate, so why not see if he's got a fastball?
Speaking of third baseman, I'd be very curious if some of those third basemen in the pros could be good pitchers.
I'm sure they could.
I guess the one I'm really thinking of is Adrian Belcher, because he was known for gunning it from third to the mound, and I've heard pitchers would go over to him to get the ball because they didn't want it gunned at them.
He's a big jokester.
I've heard. I mean, we've actually gotten to call games that his son's played on one of the Arroyo Seco teams.
That's right.
Son AJ Beltre, set to go to University of Washington this fall. That's now a 1-2 count on Wilson. Wilson, 1 for 1. Homered his first time up and has walked last 2 times up. And that one is going down, and it's going to drop the wall. Perez will field it quick, and Luke Wilson in there with a 2-out double that will score Catalan from third. So 14-5. 14-5 Juice now on the RBI double from Luke Willison. And that'll bring up Jordan Sheridan, the first baseman, for the Juice here. That pitch is outside. But Sean Parkinson there to make sure it doesn't go past the plate. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss there. So it's a 1-1 count now.
Nice location on that pitch by Vasquez.
Absolutely. He's definitely can place the ball well when he's doing well. And we'll just see. Can he minimize? He needs to get out of this inning, minimize the damp. Just not give up any more runs and let the bats get back to work. That pitch is low for ball 2. The bats really do need to get back to work because they have their work cut out for them right now.
Yep, that mound's getting pretty tall.
Unfortunately. Here comes the pitch from Vasquez. It's going to be low, and the count moves to 3-1. That's going to be low for ball 4. So runners on first and second now. As Vasquez struggling to record an out now too.
Yeah, I mean, when you come out of the infield, maybe get it into your head that you have to pitch strikes, and right now it's just clean the slate and just play catch with your catcher.
And then also trust your infield a little bit to do their job too. And maybe you're right about the just play catch logic there, Lou. Is Vasquez Throws one across the plate for strike one.
Especially after Luke Willison, his second at bat of the inning, smoked that long single.
For a sec, I was worried that'd be his second home run of the day. That one's going to be popped up. Matuzak is there. That'll be the third out. But not before the Juice strike for 8 in the bottom of the 5th. Way to the top of the 6th inning. Juice up 14-5 here on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear myself.
Fans, Ventura County Bucks Baseball is brought to you by The Answer's Yes. MasterCard and Visa is the largest class action settlement in U.S. history. If your company took Visa or MasterCard payments between 2004 and 2019, you are entitled to file a claim for a refund for being overcharged for transaction fees. Call Kevin Sunstein at 760-685-5813 or Jeffrey Boom at 714-350-8378. We're back here in the top of the 6th inning, here at Biola University. Sean Parkinson, the first batter up to face Evan Zisati, who's out for his second inning of work. The first pitch is a foul ball for strike one. Lou, as we mentioned last inning, the Bucks bats definitely need to get to work, starting pretty much right now.
Absolutely.
As Parkinson fouls another one back for strike two.
Down by 9.
Yeah. A brutal bottom 5th there with 8 runs, where 8 runs scored. And the Juice batted around. That one's going to be popped up behind the plate. And Willison is just going to miss it. So
what a great effort by Willison.
Absolutely. Just couldn't quite get his glove on it between the net and just the railing there. So we'll do it again at 0-2.
So 14 batters came up for the Juice in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's not your team. That always pains me to hear a number like that. More than 9. That's going to be a called strike 3. Parkinson goes down looking. That'll bring up Eddie Perez, who is 2 for 2 on the day. With a line drive single to right and a fly ball to right that led to a double.
That's the 4th strikeout for Zisati, who even though he gave up a run in the 5th, struck out the side.
So it'll be a first pitch ball. So 1-0 the count. That one's going to be grounded to third, and LaBarbera bobbles it. And Eddie Perez thought about going to second, but will have to stay at first. So Perez reaching on the air there.
New catcher, Chavez for Parkinson behind the dish. I believe it's in the 6th spot, right there. And then you've got Howard in for Boylan as the new GH. Sotelo is coming in for Segura, but Sotelo will go to first. Story will go out to left, and then Perez will go from left to third base. Rock and roll? I got you.
So that'll bring up Jacob Godino, the right fielder. And he'll take ball 1. Dino, 0 for 1 on the day. He'll take ball 2. So Godino, third plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Walked his first time up before striking out looking last time up. And that pitch is high, so he's now up 3-0 in the count.
Yeah, the Bucks just need base runners, so it's a good thing that Perez did not try for second base.
Yeah, I think he thought about it, and I'm not opposed to guys thinking about anything, but just be smart about it if you're going to commit to it. And I think he's going to steal, and he's going to be in a rundown here.
And he's safe.
And he's safe. That is not what you expected.
Well, there's runners interference by Jordan Sheridan because he shoved him to the ground, shoved Perez to the ground, so he might get second base. Nope. That's a victory in itself, being safe at first.
Yeah, that might be one of the craziest plays I've ever seen there, Lou, where it looked like it was all but an out, but then nope, he just avoided it, and then they just tried to run it too much instead of just, if you have your guy to run down, throw the ball. It seems like it's the strategy. Don't just try to run it out.
Or if you're going to chase him, make sure you tag him.
Exactly. I've been told a good rundown takes 1 throw. That was not a good one. And that'll be a called strike to make the count 3-1. That pitch is inside for ball 4.
Well, there you go. Got a couple of runners now.
Yeah. So.
Without a hit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, however you got to get him at this point. When you're down 9, that'll bring up Andrew Cuevas, second baseman, who is 0 for 1 on the day as well. Sack bunted his first time up before grounding out to shortstop. And he'll take ball 1. That's another one. Ball 2. So Evan Zissetti now seeming to be struggling with his command. As he's now in a bit of a rough inning himself here. That one is going to be lined to first. Great play there from Sheridan. Fortunately, Godino back in time.
Yeah, very fortunate because Godino did dive back under the put-out try by Sheridan. Called safe by Aaron Parker, the base umpire.
That'll bring up Lar Cool, the 10-hitter, with 2 outs here. And the Bucks needing to get needing something. And that'll be a called strike there.
And a stolen base.
And then a stolen base from Eddie Perez. So, Bucks now the runner 90 feet away from the plate.
Eddie doing his job.
Yeah. And now it looks like
Another stolen base.
another stolen base, or does that be a defensive indifference?
Oh, I don't know. I just call it a stolen base
Yeah.
because Zasadi wasn't paying attention.
Okay, fair. All right, because the defensive indifference is when they just actively aren't caring. And Millar Cool is going to launch that one to center, but St. Cyr there to retire him. So the Bucks can't get a runner across, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Juice up 14-5. And that'll be here back at the bottom of the 6th. One out on the grounder to second base. Carson Chavez now behind the plate.
Some wholesale changes.
Yeah.
Got Hudson Story out in left field now for Eddie Perez, who moves over to third base.
And Hudson LaBarbera swings and misses. Break down all the changes for you right now here.
Then Eddie Perez moves over to third, and Sotelo over to first.
That one's going to get by. For ball one. So 1-1 the count now. There's a grounder. Previous at bat was a grounder to second. That'll be in there for a called strike, so 1-2 the count now. Nomar Vasquez back out for another inning of work. After recording the final out of the 5th. That'll be inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes is now the count. That pitch will be inside, and that's ball 3. So we have a full count on our hands here again.
So LaBarbera walks on a full count. Takes off all of his gear. And that'll bring up Manola Zafola. So wholesale changes in the batting order as well. Jared Segura goes out of the game and replaced by Joshua Sotelo in the batting order. The ball is bounced in. But picked up by new catcher Carson Chavez. And it's ball 1 to Zafola. Fly ball into right field. Jacob Godino underneath it and puts it away. 2 down. That'll bring up the top of the order and Chase Bernal. And you can take over whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate.
That's very important.
Absolutely, yes. Just making sure I had everything right.
And of course,
Technology being technology, demanding updates at the worst possible times. Basically, just hit remind me tomorrow. And that'll be a first called strike to Chase Bernal, leadoff hitter. So 0-1 the count now. That one is going to be fouled off, so it's 0-2 now. Chase Bernal, left fielder, is 2 for 4 on the day. Singled his first time up to right, struck out swinging, singled again to right on both of those on ground balls before grounding into a fielder's choice. That pitch is high for ball 1, so now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. That pitch is going to hit the dirt. Will be a wild pitch there as LaBarbera takes second on it. So 2-2 the count now, and LaBarbera is now in scoring position. That pitch is outside, and a 3-2 full count here. That's going to be a ground ball to short. And Will Matuzek gets the final out. So we head to the top of the 7th inning. Juice still up, 14-5.
On the Ventura County Buccaneers YouTube channel.
Bucks fans, make sure to support the Ventura County Bucks and look good doing it. Buy the Bucks red or black fitted hats for $30, or the Pirates' new CCL red and black hats for $35. Available at every home game. Just stop by the press box. And the new Ventura County Bucks t-shirts are available with our new logo on the back. Men's crew cut and women's V-neck for $25 and kids for $20. We are back here in the top of the 7th here. And a new pitcher takes over for the Juice. It is Adam Abood. Another sidearm guy here, Lou, I gotta say.
Oh boy.
And it seems like from what he's pitching, seems like maybe it's just the warm-ups, but he seems to be struggling with his command. A lot of the pitches that I've been seeing throughout the break here have been kind of outside the zone, so not that one. Of course, right as I say it. I mean, it's a jinx rule. I'm guilty now, too.
Yep.
That makes 2 of us, but my point is, it seems like this could be an opportunity if his command stays as erratic as I saw it before I allegedly jinxed it.
You didn't jinx it.
Well, it's like we said earlier, baseball's a very superstitious sport. You say something out loud, you change the reality. You jinx it and change the reality. And the first batter he will face is center fielder Riker Billingsley. And the first pitch is to Billingsley as a ball. So 1-0 the count now.
What? Oh, got so hot. Okay.
So 1-0 the count. That pitch is low. Billingsley doing a good job of seeing where Abood is throwing. He's probably carefully observing him from the batters, from the on-deck circle. That one also high. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. So 4 straight pitches, and that'll bring up Will Matuzak.
So Evan Zasati goes 2 innings, gives up a run on a hit, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks, and I believe 36 pitches. At least I'm counting by hand.
Fair enough. I believe if I had him at 44 pitches. That'll be ball 1 to Will Matuzak. So Matuzak, 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to center, 2-run shot to left, and then walked. That pitch way outside, but Willison doing a good job keeping on in. That moves the count to 2-0, pardon me. That pitch is low. So that is 7 straight balls that he has thrown, Leo. Maybe I would. So I think.
I'm not going to say a word.
Fair enough. I probably should shut up about it too. At least I'm not in the dugout saying this stuff. And that's ball 4. 8 straight balls. 2 straight walks to lead off the 7th here, and nobody out. And that'll bring up Joshua Sotelo, who came in to play defense in the bottom of the 6th, and will now get to bat as he comes in the 3 spot to replace Jarrett Segura.
Now the Buccaneers have had their opportunities, and they just need to have that one hit to start things off.
And that is ball 9. At this point, I might just start keeping track until something actually happens.
There you go.
So ball 9 here. 1-0 the count now. Ball 10.
And that one was in the turf.
Yeah.
Biola University has a turf home plate area, and that's it. Everything else is natural.
Yeah. I mean, with how much it's getting stomped on, probably makes sense for maintenance. 3-0 the count now. And I don't know if I've ever seen this before, Lou, but 11 straight pitches. We'll see what happens now.
Infield is pinching towards for 2, and the outfield and center field, St. Cyr, over to the right side of the bag, but.
And that is ball 4. I think that is the first time I have ever seen the bases loaded up on 12 straight balls.
I'm glad I was here for that. So now St. Cyr and Willison are talking things over. And it's also hard for the umpire to adjust for this too. I'm not saying that Andrew Thomas has called anything off, but it's an adjustment for everybody with that submarine sidearm.
Absolutely. So Adam Abood now, 12 straight pitches. And Hudson Story, now playing in left field, is the batter. And there's the first strike thrown by Abood in this game.
And is that the first left-handed hitter? I believe so.
I believe it might be, yes. And that's going to be a ball, so 1-1 the count now. And it seems like with how Abood's been playing, if just wait your turn for your pitch. No one's seen it yet, but you can walk in the meantime. That's going to be a bit high for ball 2. So 2-1 the count now. And that is going to. And Hudson Story with an RBI due to a hit by pitch. And the Bucks tally up their 6th run of the game. So they now trail 14-6.
That's a start. The bases remain loaded without a hit.
And Alex Howard now set to bat and pinch hit 4. Set to pinch hit.
Hunter Boylan.
For Hunter Boylan, yes. Juice coaches wanting to talk things over. And Andrew Thomas up to end it, but fans.
So I'm going to wager that Alex Howard hasn't played yet today because he's very clean.
You're right about that. He did not play in the first game. This is his first appearance of the day in either game.
So Alex, just a freshman, undecided. Probably staying at home, I would imagine, playing for the Buccaneers. So his mom's got to be smiling that the laundry doesn't have to be so dirty.
And he'll be hit by a pitch now. So 2 straight hit by pitches, and another run in for the Bucks here, as they're now down 14-7. I mean, it's one way to claw your way back into this game.
Why not?
Walk and get hit by pitches. And Carson Chavez, another new hitter in the game now, took over for defensive responsibility behind the plate for Sean Parkinson. We'll see his first step out of the game.
Stands right on top of the plate.
And there's a called strike. Chavez played the first game behind the dish. Had the start of the second game off, but will now come in and look to help the Bucks rally their way back into this one. And that one, and the pitch from Abood, catching that outside corner of the plate there.
Only the third strike called on 6 batters.
Yeah. His strike rate, not very good. Just 15.79%. That one outside. Trying to go for that same sort of pitch there, but
Willison called for it outside. Abood hit the glove.
I mean, if you can find a spot and you can, as a catcher, you can sell it, take advantage of it is what I say. And that pitch is outside for ball 2. So 2-2 the count now. And Chavez gets a piece of it, hits it the other way, and 1 run will score. Chavez with the first hit of the inning lines it into right. It'll be RBI single, but Alex Howard will watch this happen in that time. Alex Howard got caught off the bag.
Well, what happened is that Hudson Story stopped at third base, and well, actually, it was Joshua Sotelo stopped at third base. Hudson Story had rounded the bag halfway down from second to third, had to slam on the brakes, and while Jordan Sheridan had the ball, the first baseman had the cutoff throw from right fielder Mario Catalan. He was alerted to throw over to second base, and a good job by Howard to get into a pickle long enough for Sotelo to score.
It was actually
Howard.
It was Story who scored.
Story. Thank you.
So 2 runs now. So it's now 8-4. 0-1 count. And Eddie Perez now the batter. With Chavez on first and 1 out. I'll make the count 1-1.
So at any rate, Carson Chavez with an RBI single.
And Eddie Perez has been on a tear today. He's 2 for 3. Single, double, and reached on an error on a hard hit ground ball. So he'll foul that one back, make the count 1-2. And he'll foul that one back. Either the bat or the ball might have got a piece of Willison. He's taking a moment to just fix his headband.
Well, that's a good umpire there. Andrew Thomas taking his time going out to the mound, visiting Adam Abood to take some balls, and that gives Luke Willison a few extra seconds to get the vision back after getting smacked in the head by that foul ball.
So it's a 1-2 count now. Or 1-1 count. That'll be ball 2.
That one a little low.
That'll be fouled back, so count at 2-2. Perez really battling this at bat. Fouled off multiple pitches. He's trying to help the Bucks call their way back in. They're now down 14-9, looking to close the deficit. That pitch is going to be high. That'll be ball 4. So the Bucks with runners on first and second. And Jacob Godino, the right fielder, is now up. He's walked twice and struck out looking in between those walks. Here comes the pitch. It'll be a called strike.
That was a nice one. That submarine sidearm bit off the outside corner.
Well, clearly got a piece of that corner. And it seems like he's now starting to find a rhythm here, so that's now 2 called strikes across that outside corner spot there.
At least that spot. We'll see if he tries it 3 times in a row.
Here it is. That one's going to be lined the other way. And that'll be 2 runs they're coming around to score. And that'll be an RBI double for Jacob Godino.
Great piece of hitting by Jacob Godino. And Adam Aboud went to the well one too many times on that outside fastball.
Yep.
Got it up a little bit. And going the other way was Godino and sent it down the left field line for an 2-run double.
I mean, good job of Godino there to be aware that Aboud's been struggling with his command. He found a rhythm, and he seemed only comfortable going to that one spot. You see it twice, third time. Probably throwing there again. Why not swinging? Ripped it in the left. Now that's going to be a chopper. Ground ball to second, and that'll record the second out. Godino advancing to third on the throw.
No, the runner advances and just 90 feet away.
This game is quickly closed up. The Bucks putting up 6 runs in this inning, and it's now 14-11. That'll bring up Millar Cool, the extra hitter, who takes ball 1.
Now we'll see what Aboud does with a right-handed hitter and that same ball that he was having success with, or that pitch, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, the last hitter was they just chopped up the middle. That'll be ball 2.
So it came for a baseball game, a Bucks baseball game, and a football game broke out.
Yep. That'll be a called strike. This must be quite a Bucks broadcasting debut for you here, Lou.
I love it, as long as we can get 5 more, right?
Absolutely, and we're right in this one. I mean, we'll say the Bucks games often tend to be very high scoring. It's definitely more of this conference definitely, I'd say, more offensive. It's definitely more of an offensive conference. So 2-2 the count now. That pitch is outside, and Cool has a full count. So full count, Godino on third. Get that ball into the outfield. Get that ball to land in the outfield, and you'll close that deficit. You'll continue to close the deficit.
Cool has a lot of room in left center.
That'll be ball 4. Cool not seeing a satisfactory ball to swing at. Opts to just take the pitch. And that's ball 4, and they'll bring the top of the lineup back up with Riker Billingsley, the center fielder. Now up to bat with 2 outs.
And the 10th batter of the inning.
And Billingsley now representing the tying run at the plate. That one's going to be grounded in the middle, and it's going to get by. Godino will score. That's an RBI single for Riker Billingsley.
And now we have the shortstop, Isaiah Pacheco, who dove to his right. Comes up a little lame, but a perfectly placed ground ball by Riker Billingsley.
Absolutely, Lou. And it looks like we'll have a minute. And it looks like we'll have a minute.
Josh just checking out his hands, maybe?
Pacheco.
Or Pacheco. Isaiah.
Fans, make sure to follow the Ventura County Bucks on social media. Go to V County Pirates for team news and leave your comments. That's V County Pirates on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And to become a Ventura County Pirates or Bucks host family, call General Manager George Vernell at 805-501-0470 for details.
You can go one more.
And fans, today's Bucks game is sponsored by The Answer is Yes. MasterCard and Visa's.
It's the answers, yes. Not the answer is. The answers.
Whoops. We'll get to that one in a bit then. And it looks like Isaiah Pacheco will be okay. And that'll bring Will Matuzak up to the plate now. Matuzak, 1 for 2, flew at center's first time. Amazing how 2-run shot to left. And 2 walks last time, though. He grounds the first one. And Pacheco will field it to second. So that'll bring this inning to an end, but the Bucks strike for 7 and close the deficit to 12-14. It's time to stretch here as we head into the bottom of the 7th on the Ventura.
Boy, we need it.
On the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Fans, Ventura County Bucks baseball is brought to you by The Answer's Yes. MasterCard and Visa is the largest class action settlement in U.S. history. If your company took Visa or MasterCard payments between 2004 and 2019, you are entitled to file a claim for a refund for being overcharged for transaction fees. Call Kevin Sumstein at 760-685-5813 or Jeffrey Boom at 714-350-8378. We are back here in the bottom of the 7th. John Miller now up to bat. Now the pitcher for the Bucks here. He'll come in relief of Nomar Vasquez. And the first pitch he throws is a called strike against Jaden St. Cyr. So the Bucks are right back in this game after a massive 7-run seventh. That pitch is going to get by Chavez, but no one on, so just ball one. That'll be That'll be another ball in there, so 2-1 the count now. So Miller, that pitch is going to be inside for ball 3. So 3-1 the count now. Here comes the pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss. We got a full count here. That'll be ball 4.
So Robert Snyder went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 8 runs on 6 hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and a wild pitch. Nomar Vasquez came on to relieve him in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out and a runner at third, or 2 runners on actually. He gives up no runs on a hit, no strikeouts, and 2 walks.
That'll be a called strike in there. So it's 0 on the count now. So 0 on the count now. Pitch is outside. Good barehand. Good job of Chavez. Not letting that one get past. Even a little impressive barehanded action, pop-up action to himself there.
That's a tough guy.
Yeah. So 1-1 the count now.
He's going about 120 years ago as far as catching without a glove.
Yeah. So
They call that a
clock violation.
balk? A clock violation?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that at this level.
Yes.
Yes, it's a ball.
Intentional or just ball? I don't know.
No, it's a ball. His intentional would be a walk,
yeah.
correct?
And
Now
that'll be a
we have a balk.
And now we have a balk. So 2 on the count, and St. Cyr is now at second because of a balk by Miller. That one's going to be ripped the opposite way into right. Lined into right. So runners now on the corners. And nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 7th.
And there's no official scoreboard keeper here at Biola University, and so that's probably why there's no pitch clock. There is a clock over each dugout.
Although I don't think I've seen them at any field. Either of our teams has played at Lou, so
No.
I think that one might just be the umpires keeping
Discretion.
track of.
But that's the first time I've seen that at both levels this season.
Well, I think the clocks can definitely be used for that because I think NCAA requires it.
I think that's what they are.
Yeah.
But here today, they're just regular good old LED clocks.
It's Luke Willison, the catcher. Fouls that one off. So, 0-1 the count on him.
What a day he's had.
3-run home run, 2 walks, and a double to left.
So 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 2 hits.
As Catalan's going to steal, but there will be no throw there from Chavez. So it's 1-1 the count now. That pitch is going to be high for ball 2.
And you can see on the Ventura County Buccaneers YouTube channel that the shadows are starting to play in the game as well.
Yeah. That pitch is inside for ball 3.
Well,
So
the pitcher is in the sunshine, has to look into the shade where his catcher is, Carson Chavez, and then the batter has to watch the ball going from sunshine to shade.
That'll be ball 4. So John Miller loads up the bases. No one's crossed yet. No one's crossed the plate yet, but no one has scored. And that'll bring up Jordan Sheridan, the first baseman, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Ground out his first time up, lined it to right on a single, and 2 walks the last couple of times up. So Miller with a bit of struggles of his own here in this bottom 7th.
In a bit of a mess, and the Bucks playing for a double play, they'll give up a run for 2 outs.
Unless they opt to go home, then they could maybe prevent it. But don't see that often too much at this level.
That depends on where the ball goes to. Now the Bucks coaching staff going out to talk it over. Probably not only over the pitching with Miller, but also what to do once the ball is hit.
Absolutely. And fans, remember to support the Ventura County Bucks and buy some merch. Buy the Bucks red or black fitted hats for $30 or the Pirates' new CCL red and black hats for $35. They're available at every home game. Just swing by the press box and also get our new Ventura County Bucks t-shirts that are available with our new logo on the back. Men's crew cut and women's v-neck for $25 and kids for $20. Other than just the last one, obviously, the closing.
And there still might be some commemorative Ventura County Pirate hats from July 4th up at the Alaska Gold Panners.
Pretty sure the interns are going to be begging to get their hands on those.
Yeah, you better dive quick.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Well, I don't know. Well, tomorrow we're at Jackie Robinson Field with the Pirates.
And hopefully they pack a box to slow on Friday then. As Sheridan sends that one into left field. And Hudson Story makes a catch, but it'll be a sac fly as St. Cyr will score.
Second RBI of the day for Sheridan. And the other runners stay at second and first. So the double play still in play.
Yeah, definitely good. And good throw of like getting it cut off at third there. So 1 out, 2 on. And Isaiah Pacheco, now the batter. That first pitch will be a ball. So 1-0 the count now. Pitch is inside.
Nice pitch though by John Miller.
2-0.
Just a bit high.
Yeah. Definitely looks a little bit more comfortable now. Now he's gotten an out under his belt. That pitch will catch the outside corner for strike 1. Great pitch there from Miller. That'll be a foul ball. So, 2-2 now.
So Miller's been going up and in and inside to Pacheco. So let's see if he goes for the outside pitch.
Juice now up 15-12 here. That pitch will be a ball. But the throw from Chavez, but Perez can't hold on to the throw, and that'll be 2 stolen bases there for the Juice. They now have 2 runners in scoring position on a 2-2 count. And they lose the force out. They lose the double play. That'll be ball 4.
Well, even though that loads the bases, Crash, that brings up Daniel Rios, and also the double play comes back into play.
Very true. But still at this point, it definitely doesn't always help when you get another run in like that. Only a swing and a miss. So 0 on the count now to Daniel Rios. That one will be hit the opposite way. Dino is there. And they're going to send 2 runners there. And both will be safe. So a sac fly for Daniel Rios.
So that makes it 16-12, but it's 2 outs.
So 2 outs. 16-12 now. And Matthew Santiago now into bat. That'll be a wild pitch. It bounced back quickly to Chavez, so it didn't give Willison a chance to advance.
There's the advantage for that short backstop.
But Pacheco is able to take second pretty easily there. So 1-0 the count now on Matthew Santiago, who came in to play defense after Hudson LaBarbera went out injured in the top half of this inning. And that'll be a called strike that just catches the outside corner. So it's a 1-1. So 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 count now. Juice now up 16-12 after putting up 2 runs so far. But Miller's a chance to get out. That one's going to be fouled off. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Or 1-2.
Sotelo has to go get that one. I'm sure balls are a non-expendable commodity.
No, they're not. Unfortunately, we are not the MLB. I know colleges try to incentivize you like free meals, but I think the one time I got one at a game, I just opted to keep it. USC versus Long Beach. There's a story behind that one. That'll be a ball, so 2-2. Soon as some friends up high, ball bounces, they all freak out. I'm just calmly like, I'm going to get this one. Bounces once, I catch it.
You're the man.
Yeah, I guess so. So 2-2 the count here. That one again is going to be fouled back. And foul that's actually going to stay in range.
Well, it bounced foul.
Oh,
so
bounced foul.
Bounced off the screen.
Oh. Sotelo kind of fooled me there. Made me think he had it for a sec.
Wishful thinking, not bad.
Yeah. So still 2-2 here. That one's going to go over
Just
the
a
head.
bit inside.
Yep. And just a bit high as well. But fortunately, once again, the close backstop bouncing back to Chavez and preventing any damage from happening.
Now, if this was up at Groton Memorial Field, it's at least twice as far.
Probably means 2 runs are scoring there.
Look out.
That's ball 4. So another run on. So another runner on. So bases are loaded here. And that'll bring up Manolo Tafola, the second baseman.
So was that Trojans dirtbag game? Was that at SC or
It was at Blair Field because USC has been redoing Dado
That's
Field.
Right. That's right.
They've been playing the majority of home games in Irvine, but their usual home and homes with Cal State Fullerton and Long Beach. They just agreed to do both games in those respective locations because of the distance.
Right.
So ball 1 to Tafola. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. It's definitely an experience, I'll say. Going down to Irvine every weekend for games. And LMU here and there, and then a few away parks while we're at it.
Well, that's home for you.
True, yeah. But I wasn't really going home because I'd drive right back up for school the next day. Or the night of. So swing and a miss. It's 1-2 here.
Not even to do your laundry? Or have mom do your laundry?
Just
I'm sure
easy.
you don't do your laundry.
I actually do my own laundry at school.
At home?
Yes, at home, actually. I was forced to start doing it a couple summers ago, so gotten in habit.
Good for mom.
Oh, it's actually more my dad, actually.
Well, I'm sure that mom made the suggestion to Pa.
However it happened. And frankly, you know what? It's kind of worked out since I have to do my own laundry at school anyway, so.
There you go. You mean you don't stuff it in a pillowcase and bring it home?
I like to actually wear clean stuff. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
So I'm trying to find a crack in the crash here.
I'm sure you'll find one. So you're trying to embarrass me on this live stream.
No. Just find a chink.
Just such an evil no there, Lou. That's a 3. That'll be outside. Ball 3. We got a full count here.
Now the infield is almost fully in shade except for the shortstop.
Yeah.
Will Matuzak is spotlighted by the sun.
Yeah. We'll see here. And there's no lights here either, so I don't think it should be an issue, but that's going to be fouled off.
So what if we go extras?
Extras. I got a flashlight in my car. I got my phone light. You got a phone.
Add a light.
I think we can all, if we all work together, we can all collectively here find a way to do makeshift lights to play as many extra innings as needed.
Or what they do in the farm country. They line up all the tractors and the trucks.
It's actually pretty smart. That's going to be ripped into shallow left. A run will cross the plate. And the Juice now leads 17-5.
And the bases are loaded again.
They were loaded the whole time. That'll bring up the top of the lineup again in Chase Burnell.
So this is the 9th batter in the 7th inning for the Juice.
So they'll bat it around. As Burnell is 2 for 5 on the day. He'll swing and miss that first pitch for a called strike 1. For strike 1, so. It's already 3 runs scored by the Juice in this inning. He'll foul. Burnell will foul that one off, so it's quickly 0-2. And Burnell now working from a position of strength here with this count. Pitch is outside for ball 1. So now 1 ball, 2 strike count.
So Miller going inside to Bernal, who fouled off the first 2. Now went outside.
Well, that's a swing and a miss. Down goes Bernal. But the Juice tack on 3 more runs, and they lead 17-12 here on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel.
Top of the 8th inning we go. Back here at Biola University. It'll be Joshua Sotelo, Hudson Story, and Alex Howard facing Adam Aboud, who's probably the only guy left in the dugout. Yep, there's only Jason LaBarbera, and he's injured. So after a 7-run 7th inning that sent 11 Buccaneers to the plate, they give up 5 more runs in the bottom of the 7th. Or check that, 3 more runs.
It was 3, yes.
And the score is 17-12 in favor of the Juice. But we know that the Buccaneers can come back. This one sent high in the air to right field. Mario Catalan puts it away for the first out. That'll bring up Hudson Story, who's started off at first base and now is playing left field. Was hit by a pitch and score, and 2 singles to center and grounded out to second base. So he's 2 for 3. Pitches on the outside corner, and Adam Aboud seems to be more comfortable pitching strikes to left-handers than right-handers. We'll see if that trend continues.
Yeah, I guess we'll
Even
find
though
out
he
pretty
walked-
quickly.
Even though he walked Story, or actually hit him back in the 7th. Swings and misses at this one, and down he goes.
That's 2 away.
So
and that's 2 down quickly, and this is not what you want if you're the Bucks when you're still trying to claw your way back into this game.
Now you just got to turn your hat inside out and backwards and put on the rally.
Absolutely.
So Alex Howard, in his second at bat, was hit by a pitch back in the 7th inning, taken over for Hunter Boylan looks at strike one. So this is the 180 of Adam Aboud, who walked the first three batters he faced back in the seventh, and now is one strike away from going 1-2-3.
One thing I just thought that Howard getting hit was he did get an RBI for it too. So
Yep.
an RBI hit by pitch, don't see those often. Probably the only thing crazy that I've seen is RBI hit by pitch walk off.
So Alex Howard, being a smart player, went right on top of the plate, and that forced Adam Aboud to move the pitch outside. Now he's doing it again, right on top of that line in the batter's box next to home plate. And fouls this one back, pulls a foul. Now, Aboud falls off towards third base and slings that pitch into home plate, into catcher Luke Willison. And there is Howard again, going right on top of home plate. This is tapped to the mound, and it's going to be a tough play for Aboud, and he can't do it. He boots it around. And that's going to be a base hit all the way. So Alex Howard doing the smart thing and crowding home plate, forcing Adam Aboud to pitch that ball more outside than he's used to. So that'll bring up Carson Chavez. And this will be his second at bat. Had an RBI single back in the seventh inning.
Yeah. And good job of Howard there. Just hustling over and just running it out. You never know what'll happen. Just always got to take the chance you might have it.
Howard goes to second. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is too late. So Chavez swings and misses. And what happened there? Is that a batter's interference? Coach. Just trying to get an explanation here. Are they had to be calling batter's interference. So batter's interference? Thank you. So batter's interference, and Chavez is called out. So the top of the eighth inning is in the books, and unfortunate because Alex Howard had stolen second base. But on that play, I don't think the stolen base counts. We'll have to check that. But at any rate, no runs on a hit and a man left. And we'll go into the bottom of the eighth inning with the Juice leading 17-12 over the Bucks on the Ventura County Bucks YouTube channel. Well, the coaches and the umpires decided to call it a day, and the Juice defeat the Bucks 17-12 in 8 innings. And for the Bucks, well, actually, let's go for the Juice. The Juice were on the loose. They score 17 runs on 14 hits. Meanwhile, the Bucks scored 12 runs on 10 hits. So that'll do it. Crash, terrific game here. Well, at least a lot of runs, a lot of offense, that's for sure.
Absolutely, yes. Like I'm saying, these games are definitely more offensive heavy compared to some of the games we've seen in the CCL with the Pirates.
And it was fun to do my first game as a Bucks announcer and with you, my friend.
Always a pleasure working with you as well.
So the Bucks will be, let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the, yep. Why don't we look at the right side page here? On Friday, the 12th, the Bucks are off. Is that correct? That's correct. And the Pirates have 2 games before the next Bucks game. At LA Valley College, they'll be taking on the San Gabriel Valley Monarchs, and game time there on Saturday is at 11:15. Meanwhile, the VC Pirates, who are currently playing the San Diego Sunrays at LA Valley College, will go to Jackie Robinson Field to take on the Arroyo Seco Sentinels, and then on Friday take the long trip up to San Luis Obispo to play the San Luis Obispo Blues. So for the Bucks, until Saturday morning at 11:15, this is Lou Stowers for Crash Collier, telling you the final score again from Biola University: Juice 17, Bucks 12. Until next time, so long. Oh, first I got to tell you that Bucks baseball is brought to you by The Answer's Yes and by WFG Insurance. Until next time, so long.